We are just about to get started. Do I need this? I've worked through this a couple of times to try to get a good feel about the strategy, because most of the strategy is early on time saves and so on. After that, it's kind of grindy. You're going to see a lot of me fighting battles that I should just completely stomp. How long? I would say, because I've never done it before, and this might be the only time I do it if I get a really good one, because it's going to be pretty lengthy. I'm guessing it's going to be close to 3 hours. That is my my estimate. So if things go haywire or I really goof up, I might bail out of it, but like I said, I've started this and I've worked through it a little bit to get a good feel about how I need to approach the early part. The first turn is going to be me moving armies crazy. Then I think I have one battle planned on the first turn. The second turn is going to be a lot more battles, and then by the third turn I'm going to be fighting 3 to 4 battles a turn, depending on what I have available, because my available battles will narrow, and the battles themselves are going to take longer than I wish they would, because oh, you missed it, Vesper. I actually did do that briefly. You'll probably have to go back and check the VOD, because it didn't quite... Like, I sort of figured out a couple of things, but some of the things are really weird. Like, the operand spell that we cast normally... yeah, I think I will. I'll play it again at some point. I want to get a little bit more info about what I'm doing, so I'm not just walking around completely blind and not understanding anything. Because I don't understand the pathing at all. There is a task for it that I found, that I watched the entire thing. Yeah, operand is an item, and I didn't realize that, and I spammed it like crazy everywhere, because I'm like, hey, this doesn't take up magic, this is awesome. Nope. That's it. So I messed up that. I did do the 500 loan thing. Bought 15 breads and 12 mushrooms. I fought one of the encounter screen battles, which took like 5 minutes. Because my character only has a knife, doesn't have a rod. And, yeah. That just... And I also, I'm pretty sure I picked the magician class instead of the fighter class, which would have saved me some time. Having seen the boss fights, I always appreciate the lurk retro and the various emotes, which I assume is cheering me on. I know I'm not doing anything right now, so. But yeah, it was a lot of fun, Vesper. Except then it started to not be fun because I didn't know what I was doing, and I'm not the best explorer. So that could be a potential speedrun at some point as well. Although maybe I should get better at the American version first. We had a very, very, very good my best ever run going into Salamander, and then I had a 9 or 10 round Salamander fight. So, which I'm still gonna finish it. Then I screwed up something in the last world, and would have had to take a 4 to 5 minute time loss to fix, and decided not to do that. So, anyway, we're starting in the last scenario. One player. We will be Saorui, who, if you wonder, the C's in the Pinyin Chinese C's are not pronounced like a hard K. They're not even really pronounced like C's we normally do when they're used as a S sound, like pace. They're a really wet sounding S, like or no wait, no, I think they're pretty much just pronounced the same actually. So yeah, because if you see it in the Wade Giles version, it's like TS. Yeah. Oh, hey, I got a package. I had something delivered, and I accidentally delivered it to my old address from a while ago. Yeah, Sao. So I instead of saying it's a wet S, it's a hard S. It's X's that are pronounced like a wet S. They're like xiang, like it's somewhere between an S and an SH. I want to get info about my package here to see if I can pick it up today. And by today, I mean well after midnight. If they're working, I'm not gonna go get it. But if they're not, I will, because I won't be waking anybody up because everybody works third shift there. Apologies for texting while I'm streaming. I just don't want to deal with this while I'm doing the speedrun. So we're gonna do beginner because honestly I don't think it matters much. The only thing I've seen beginner or advanced impact is the economics of the game, which depending on where you start, it can actually be beneficial to be an advanced because a lot of the best rulers have way too many officers for their territory and can't afford them. So they'll do something weird where they will draft obscene amount of troops, not be able to pay anything, and never have enough food. And you can literally win by attacking them, like, over and over on the same turn. Make them wait 7 to 8 rounds to catch up to you and then bolt as soon as they get near. It's a super cheesy strat, and it's nothing you would use in a speedrun. But, yeah. So the timer's going to start when I hit OK here. She's not replying. Now, the reason we do historical mode is because in fictional mode you can have created officers, which, especially in the 6th scenario, could be game-breaking. It could also be really bad, because you don't want the computer getting more officers. But the big problem with the last scenario is that there's almost 0 free officers and your people start dying all the time. So, on the other thing, we start with 23 cities. 2 of them we'll be able to take without a fight because they're just empty sitting next to us, so I'm not even going to count those. Well, I'm not going to postpone everything waiting on her. So we're going to start in... Nope. What? So my package, by the way, I ordered GameCube to USB converter so that I can use my GameCube controllers on my computer. This is exciting because I think of all the different controllers I've used, I think that one's the best for tapping the console, not console, the whatever you call it, the analog stick. And also its D-pad is much better than this crappy Xbox controller's D-pad, which is like the worst D-pad in the history of D-pads. Which will help me with some speedruns. So, anyway, we're going to go ahead and start. 3, 2, 1, go. Again, it's going to be like a 3-hour run, so... Hey, good luck. We did our turn first. So we give all of our troops to Sima Yi. And then we move him to Wan. We'll leave Wang Zi there. Yes, take all the crossbows and all that stuff. And that's it. Next person is Deng Ai and Chen Lu, who, same deal. Pick some random schmo that we're not going to move. And we move him to here. Always leave 2 people when we can. because people die a lot. Zushu, this is one of the few places where we will draft anyone. And we're doing that because there's no way we were going to be able to attack this turn anyway. There we go. We'll go ahead and buy food with, well, we'll do that next turn. We're going to import some food here real quick anyway. Train. These guys move the Chang'an as well. It takes a couple turns to get there, though, so... Go. Leave Liu Yan in charge. Xin Yi is, oh yeah, going to Xiangyang. So same deal. Throw a bunch of troops on our main guy. He moves where we need him to go. Yin Yang. This goes to Shenyang. So this one's going to take a while. We only got 2 people here, but it's a crappy town in the middle of nowhere, so no one cares. Oh, I guess there's more than 2. Shenyang. Did I just have him? I did. Whoops. So we draft and train in the border cities that we can't attack from yet. Zhuling, give me your troops. The really good luck will be that nobody who is left in a city by themselves dies. Zhusho. Okay, here is, this one's important. We're going to take all the troops, throw as much as we can on Chentai, because he should be seeing some action this turn. We're going to go ahead and buy food, even though it looks like we have plenty. We might not have plenty. Now we have plenty. Now we have the most food in the existence of the world. Puyang. That. Yeah, pretty much. Okay, so Juan. Where are these guys going? These guys are going down. Okay, so we're not even going to rearrange their troops. We're just going to move them straight over here. I just took all the crossbows and stuff I threw in that city too. Alright, so here, this is the first important thing we have to do that we could goof. These guys are way out in the middle of nowhere, so the likelihood they're going to see battle anytime soon isn't too high. I'm going to range it before I do anything anyway, so. Historically, they revolt. These gong songs that are here. Now, alright, we just got our first new city. I'm gonna take one more. Like I said, I try to leave 2 people when I can. Beehai. I'll just move them both. They go down here. Now we got plenty of food in Shapi, the city was worried about. Okay, Runan. Couldn't remember where this guy goes. I should have known. Runan is the one city we're going to attack from. Chang'an. Another border city that we're going to draft from. So we draft, and then we train. Because they're the only places we have time to train the armies up at all. Nanpi is... Yeah, we'll just move everyone who can. There we go. This is a border city, but we're not going to draft. Because, honestly, we already got a decent amount of troops on it. That was a bit of optimization I could have done that I just failed on, now that I think about it. Yeah, we're going to get rid of... We don't need him. Also move to Beehai. None of these guys are going to see battle, but I want to bring all their stuff. Same with this town. Nobody from Hong Nong is going to see battle because they're all bad. But they got supplies. Alright, here we go. Take those troops that just got brought over. That makes more sense, like that. And not move. War. And get reinforcements from Manchong. Wait. He needs to have horses so he can move real fast, because that's going to be the thing that's going to slow us down in these battles. Is our movement is bad. I don't think it's any faster to waste turns training, because then the enemies get stronger at the same time. But the goal is to get... Yeah, 4 movement is good. There's a huge difference between 4 movement and 3 movement. In that 3 movement lets you move once a turn, and 4 lets you move twice. So... Oops. There we go. My allied troops have arrived. Okay. I broke open their city. And they're gonna shoot me. Their armies are pretty weak, so I'm not too worried about that. And they'll start retreating as soon as I get in here. Like, that bow guy won't last more than a round, probably. Oh no, simultaneously attacking me. Well, maybe we can get rid of this guy. I said that thing about not sticking around, and he stuck around a little bit longer than I expected. Alright. We ran Wu Jing off. I think he's the... Oh, he's not the governor. The thing about these battles is it increases our morale by winning battles. So our troops actually get slightly better. We caught Ding Feng, who, there we go. There's the first city, 11 minutes and 54 seconds in. Okay, well, you're dead. If they do not join me, I will kill them immediately. Guangku Jian needs to come with me. He's pretty good. Plus, there's high odds that Li Dian will die. He is extremely old. What am I doing? There we go. And they changed the battle music, the game music, after a certain amount of cities, which is cool. Alright. Big draft here. And Zhu Shu can't do anything because I just captured the city. So there's round one. We took one city and we've shoved our armies forward. Turn two is going to see a lot more of that. But I do need to remember to do this. I have to make sure that the people who can actually lead cities are appointed as governor. The game auto-delegates if you don't have a general or advisor in charge of your cities. And there's a few places where I've moved people that I have to worry about that. Was there anything else? Nope, I think that was it. No merchant, okay. Okay, 5 by 6. I'm spreading out my troops to get more train on them. This is something I should have done before, but I just literally thought of it at the end of last turn. Even though they're not going to go to battle that way, this unit isn't going to battle this turn anyway. They will next turn. Juan. Move this way, right? No. I need the troops up here in Chang'an, that's right. Shenyang, trained. They're going to continue to train. That's all they need to do. I don't even know why I had him do that. That was a waste of time. Okay, so... now, because we don't need anything in this city anymore, we push forward with our massive amount of troops and food to Runan, or to Shochun, which we just took. These guys keep moving down. Okay, Runan. Chang'an, which we need to rearrange the troops we got now into the right ones. 9. Wait. There we go. I'm having trouble doing math in my head. There we go. That's closer to what I want. These guys will be going to war this turn. They're just not doing it from this city. They're doing it from this city. No, that's good enough. Alright. So here's war number 2 over the city of Zybian. I have the battlefield already that's between us. And we're going to get reinforcements from these guys. Alright. This battle, if I remember right, is slightly harder than the last, but it's still not going to be that difficult. Note that Liu Bei is not sending reinforcements to any of his cities. That's odd. The hard part about this one is that there's 2 different places they could be. Yeah, I was taking odds they were going to be in the top right section, which they were, so that's good. I think it's going to be quicker to run around the forest instead of through it, but we'll do it both ways and see which one winds up being quicker. It won't change too much. Yeah, I lost out on 1 attack this round on the door. If you've played any Dynasty Warriors games, if anyone has, you might recognize some of the names too. Not the guys I have, because I have barely worthwhile, I guess, people. But I don't think Wang Ping is anyone important in that. But like Ding Feng, the guy I killed, is. Sima Yi is. Sima Shi is. Lu Yi isn't. Or is he? No, I don't think he is. We're going to kind of position our people to flank from the start. I don't mind if the horse unit has to run around, but the other guys are kind of slow. There we go. Oh, and they set me on fire. Attacking while you're on fire is pretty difficult. Oh yeah, Uncharted Waters 2 is another game I've really considered. Well, not 2. It was the original that I was really considering speedrunning. I didn't play the sequel until much later in life, so I don't have as strong feelings for it. Plus, I've never actually beat it. Alright, there's City 27 down. Here's where we get all the food. Well, I'm just going to attack with the troops we already have because, so we're attacking a battlefield on this turn. The thing about battlefields is that they always treat them like crap. They don't generally bring any sort of effort into it. So oh good, they sent us supplies. Thanks. Which one's he going to anymore? Simajao. Oh yeah, he's going west. And Shahoba is going down, that's right. We're gonna take one of these guys with us. Can't do anything there. My initial plan was to actually take or attack Yi and Yi on this turn too, but I didn't like how that was gonna work out. Juan. Who else do I need to move? Sir. I forgot to do this one last turn. I was thinking there was something wrong. Yeah, everything else should be fine. So now is where things are going to get crazy aggressive. One, two, three, four, five. All right, they're probably gonna attack us on the battlefield, which is okay. I don't worry about bows because I'm not gonna use them in battle. Nope. And then I have Wan Pu to kind of sit back here. No, they didn't. They didn't fight at that battlefield. That was a neutral one they could have sent troops out to, so they didn't. And we get the advantage of attacking this really annoying city. So yeah, they have no chance in this battle, but they're gonna fight it anyway because the computer believes in wasting food. This is one of about 5 or 6 cities in the game that have 2 walls that you have to break down. They're generally... Cities like this are generally things that were important in the era. Like Yi and Yi was the actual capital of the Wu Empire. But... And for some reason in this game, the ruler is in the actual city of Wu, which isn't the capital. It's kind of goofy, but it just works out that way, I guess. I guess we're going for the bottom one. I wasn't sure which way I was going to go. Actually, this might be quicker if I do send people to the top one as well. Because of the way the layout is, I could get stuck with enemies in the way. So it might be quicker just to hit both doors at the same time. is I've already picked out which generals I want to use in battle. I don't have them. I mean, there's once upon a time where I could tell you what almost every character's stats were because I played this game that much. It's not the case anymore. Ouch. Hey, Great Bearded Gamer with a raid of 8. Thank you very much, sir. How are you doing today? How did the Tecmo go? I haven't been able to watch much of it recently, but I did see that my chargers are failing pretty bad. Which is sad, but not unexpected, I suppose. I think they were, what, 4-1 or 5-1 at one point? That was probably better than what they were going to be. Oh, good deal. So you're jumping in just in time as I am doing a speed run of Romance of the Three Kingdoms 3 for the Super Nintendo, which to my knowledge nobody has ever speedran before or even wanted to, because it's kind of an odd one. Okay, well, that makes City 28 down on our path to 46. Alright. If they don't join us, they die, unfortunately. That's just how it has to be. Alright, now we got our whole army set up together, so we can hit these guys super duper hard. 7 by 7. Alright. Oh, you know what? That's too much. I always forget I gotta do 8. Yeah, it's 6. So we'll do it more like this. It's an interesting set of games, for sure. Somewhere close between Civ and no, I would say this is even a step away from the Civ to EU4 sort, you know. Inido was good. I've never played Inido. I've heard a lot about it, but it's never crossed my path directly. The deck is stacked in our favor, yeah. We don't need reinforcements, so we're not going to send any. And here we go. Our horse units make up for the fact that we have very low training and morale in our troops. This is going to be a blowout. Five, 4, 3, 2. There we go. Get to the door in one turn. Then these guys can kind of slowly catch up. So you'll notice that battle is actually going to be our biggest obstacle. And as time goes on, I might actually reduce the amount of officers we're sending to battle, because a lot of these guys aren't going to do anything. In fact, I might start that after this battle. Literally condense my troops a little bit more so I can just focus on the best couple of people. Less units to have to do commands to will save time. And it won't be necessary. Although it is possible the last battles might get harder because the enemies might have drafted and built up some forces. So we're just gonna have to wait and see. Nope. Nobody's gonna block the horsemen. Oh, I just blocked. Yeah, that move wasn't smart. We'll just go all the way around. Yeah, there's no reason for me to have more than 6 units in the battle. That one, in particular, doesn't make sense. Alright. This is probably my favorite Koei game, but not because it's necessarily the best, it's just the one I played the most. I really liked Romance of the Three Kingdoms 7 because it lets you play as an officer, and that was really fun. A lot of the later ones did stuff like that. There's a guy on that last house there, but I can just run right by him. It's not gonna hurt me. When there's fog out, you lose zone of control. Got challenged to a duel that there was no chance I was going to accept. When I say there's no reason to have more than 6 units, it's because you can only surround somebody with 6 units. So it just doesn't have much of a purpose, I suppose. These guys are going to wait to get some troops to come over to them, too. They got nothing to do at the moment. Alright. Nope. And now we are... Oh, you know what? I forgot to mark that one as a victory there. Time to do our 3rd invasion of the turn. Odds are 50-50. It's a joke. We'll send them from here. You know what? No. We'll just go in with what we got. I don't want to send them from Zybian, because Zybian will also be attacking somebody this turn. Like I said, it kind of becomes a bit of just avalanche of battles. They say it's 50-50, come on. The 6th game is kind of fun. Romance of the Kingdom 6. You know, I'm talking about this. There's actually 13. The newest one is 13, although I think 14 is in production and will be done soon. So these games are pretty popular in Japan. They're not quite as popular in America as you might imagine. Oh yeah? Do you know anything about it in particular? I just know that it exists, and that's it. Or that it, you know, that it's in production. I haven't heard anything else about it. I know, I like 13, but they've done something with their games recently that's kind of annoying. Where they've been, basically releasing a DLC that adds content that probably should have been in the regular game. I mean, I know that sounds familiar, but a lot of companies are doing that sort of stuff, but well, I don't think I've played the newest Nobunaga's Ambition. I can't remember which one I have played. Because they kind of stopped the numbering, and so I always forget what the titles are. The newest one's title is like a one-word thing that I can't remember. It's a real odd word, too. But I think Spear of Influence is the one that I have most recent of. Taishi, yeah, there we go. City 30 is now under our control. Juan and Sima Zhao is moving west. Well, let me see what his loyalty is first. I don't think it's good. Nope. So we're gonna take his troops. Sure, and then we'll send reinforcements from these guys. It's funny how that you can do this. So, would this be what, 1, 2? This could be the 4th city we take in this turn, and it might not be the last. No, the other battle I'm going to do isn't going to fight a city, it's fight an actual battlefield. Just make them deal with you. You know, I didn't really have friends that played. I had my brother, and we always kind of played we're not going to attack each other sort of scenario. Or we only attack each other when there's only 2 of us left. But I was just a lot better at the game than he was, so it got kind of frustrating for him, and he'd always end up quitting or doing something weird. You know, to sabotage himself. Like, one time, I spied on him, and he put all of his troops in his army, had 69 troops. Which was, you know, his way of kind of saying, I quit. Without actually quitting. That's okay. It's one of the few game series I was better at him than. He usually stomped me in about everything. I think my career record in Tecmo Super Bowl games against him is something like 2-7, 2-8. Even though I think I still won more Super Bowls than he did. He just had a tendency to do stupid stuff and blow games against the computer or against our stepfather. He was never interested in this game. Probably didn't need the allied troops here either, but it should make it a little faster. I'm getting lucky that they're not fighting at the battlefields. They easily could and prolong all of this stuff. Although, in this game in particular, for whatever reason, when the computer sends people out to battlefields, it's basically a joke. They send like 1 or 2 units that are they don't send it with any real intent to defend. They just send token forces. Oops. Well, that's what happens. Oh, come on. I mean, really, he probably shouldn't. I think Sima Shi is supposed to be pretty smart. Oh, what am I doing? I'm not gonna bother with the last two guys. They're not gonna get to him in time to do anything. There we go. Those pitfalls are pretty painful, though. Stop setting my dumb leader on fire. You know, it's such a meme with me and my brother that anytime we attacked Kong wrong in this game, he would just set us on fire constantly. We'd spend the entire battle moving around and trying to not be on fire. And, anyway, he's still trying to catch up. Can't catch up. Poor Zheng Yan. That I made a simulation game of this, and I made it so that did I do that wrong? I did that wrong. It was supposed to be this way. I'm doing really quick math to average out the stuff, and I'm doing it really poorly. Oh my gosh, I was right the first time. There we go. And I forgot to do the last city there too. So we're gonna attack Changban. But not with everybody. Because then that would put... Alright, good. I mean, it's better if he doesn't fight it, but I'll take it. Yeah, march towards me, guys. I should be buying horses with my extra people. They're so useful. And whatever money I have, I should just be throwing on horses. Ideally, I have, you know, maxed out morale units that can scale walls and move at 8 normally, but that's not going to happen in this particular game. Alright, that one was quick. And we picked up some more of their forces. Alright. Let's take all of the military people just in case they goofed something. He's probably gonna arrive too late to do anything. Can't do anything there. All the cities we took this turn pop up on the list. Alright. Now we get to see who all died. Because a bunch of people are going to start dying. Okay. Alright. Okay, so 4 people died. None of them were particularly bad. That's nice. Oh, that's right. This is the one. There we go. Wait a minute. I guess it doesn't matter, but he doesn't need to do anything. These guys just need to fight again. Oh, wait. Okay, I did get one person, so. That money. Alright, this one's gonna be fun because this is where Sun Quan is. And so we might kill their ruler, which I don't really want to do. There's no big advantage in it in what we're doing right now, but it doesn't let the ruler escape capture if they have no city to go to. Which... Oh, come on. Well, I guess I can't do much about that. Bum, bum, bum. We're gonna go wide. It doesn't really help doing that one movement, but whatever. It's not like it gets save points anyway. Zhuge Jin is gone. Oh yeah? I mean, it's, you know, it's a Koei game. It's in the same vein. Although I think... I don't know. My feel about the Nobunaga Ambition games is that they just have such a weird feel to them. You know what? We're just gonna bum rush the leader. We're on fire. That's bad. Thank you. I just attacked the village. But yeah, Sun Quan's pretty smart, so he could probably set us on fire constantly. Should also probably get rid of this guy. The slightly slower charge attack that does extra damage on both sides. And we're not going to keep doing that. Literally moved out of the way so I can continue attacking him. How about that? Thank you very much, guy. You can just stay over there in your house. Alright, so we are going to kill him. Because, you know, That's what happens if you're a ruler and you get captured, you die. Aw. Okay, so we're gonna kick Cheng Wu out, because I don't even think he can simultaneous. I think that was kind of an oversight. 7, 7. So we'll do 1, 3, 7. There we go. And we're going to attack the battlefield first. With everybody but Deng Ai, because I don't need to... Oh, you know what? Take the horses. Yeah. And then from here, we'll be able to attack the bottom city. I'm actually planning on attacking the top city up there, Jiangsha, this turn from Xiangyang. That was kind of an accident in placement. Zhuhuan? Yeah, he's gonna hide. Thankfully, they can't go any further into the hills than that. There'd be some games where I'd actually be in trouble because horse units can't go into hills. I don't know if that's true in this one because there's... Whoops. I'm getting a little ahead of myself, I think. I have to admit to liking this music a lot. Like, most of the battle music in this game is pretty good. It's a little weird, but it's a good weird. He might try to run a little bit here. Yeah, they don't... With the exception of some of the newer games, they don't try to be too fancy, and it seems to work for them. Oh wait, this wasn't a... this wasn't a captured city, this was just a battle. We're gonna go ahead and take Xu Huan's troops, throw them in with the rest. I probably would save time by not rearranging the way I am. I don't know, I get compulsive about this stuff. Yes. I now have 711 horses. We're good. We'll attack from this city next turn because somebody will actually be here to help me. No horses. I kind of planned on this being the last front because it doesn't need to go nearly as fast as the other ones. He doesn't need to do anything. I want to see if it's worth trying to attack. I think I want to, yeah. We're going to throw all the troops up on those top two guys that we can. And we're going to attack the battlefield, which I assume they actually own. If they don't, I'm be really confused at this point. Yeah, there we go. Because we can get this out of the way at least. And we'll put CME in charge, who should be. Yeah, and so next turn, we can go there, there, there. So that's 3 turns to finish off the western front. It's going to be the southern part here that's going to be the final difficulty. Yeah, this is going to be the problem, is if they start running away from us, because we don't have much movement. I don't think they've decided on their strategy yet. The good news is I feel like my 3-hour estimate is a little high. Oh, come on. Fog's not what we want. Well, at least he can attack normally. I'm glad that after this battle, he's no longer going to be the guy in charge. I haven't bothered flipping anything like that around. But I'm quite tired of everyone setting him on fire. This is getting bad. Oh, it's Zhang Wei, of course. So it's already a smart guy. You know. It's not just some nobody. I think he's the best general that Shu has left. Okay. No, whoops. There we go. Look at all those crossbows. Too bad I just bought 1 trillion horses with them. All right. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Shaho Ba is the best guy out of this group. I should put the extra troops on him. In fact, he's probably better than Wen Pin. Now we attack Zhangsha because we have protective border on it. Nope. We're not going to need any help with this one. The thing is, I've been capturing most of their generals as they flee. Ugh. I forgot this is another one of those dumb ones. And then we have one of the best guys in the game defending here, Lu Xun. So this could also be ugly. And we have terrible movement on our infantry. So thankfully we have horses. On our at least 2 people, so we can get to the gate quickly. This is the negative part of drafting, is that then you have really poorly, like, the difference between 3 and 4 movement is massive. All right. I can't get my buttons working correctly, I think. Not that it'll matter. Interesting choice. Put the guy out there to fight me. Oh, and they're gone. So there is city number 33. I think. I may have lost track at some point. Alright, so we took Wu and Jing Sha this turn. We need to appoint somebody here. And here. Because basically I just don't have to worry about this city anymore. Yeah, I have a lot of backline stuff I don't need to do anything with, so we're just going to ignore them. And here we go. You know what? I didn't need to attack that other one at all. That was actually a waste of time. I have one too many generals here. Zhang Yan doesn't need to help. It took him all this time to catch up, and now I'm benching him. 7, 8. Nope. Quick phone message. Okay. All the horse units. He has 0 troops. Okay. And there we go. He must have lost all those troops in that battle, and the ruler was actually there, not that that mattered. Alright, so we're going to try to finish off this branch of the forces. Wen Qin is in trouble, but he'll be okay. They probably have next to nothing here. So... And then, because they're so far away, I'll basically just delegate this entire city out and be done with it. That's why I didn't put too many more troops on this side. Although I think I messed up... Nope, Sun Lang is here. Oh wait, he's not the ruler. It's Sun Deng. Stupid sounding... Similar sounding names. Alright. Attacking the town of Kwaji, which I've also seen spelled Huiji. Who knows what it's actually supposed to be. I like Kwaji better, but it's probably Huiji because that's what it usually is in the newer games. There's ways I can make this, I could screw up this battle. So I gotta be a little careful. Because they can't retreat. So they're not gonna retreat. So I'm going to basically take out each unit one by one. And they're gonna get a little obsessed with my leader. Because they know that's one way to win. And I have no reason to attack their main city. Unless for some reason Sun Lang has no troops, but... I don't know that. He had no troops. Another victory, an alternate victory condition is to take every castle. Which is theoretically possible, but that other guy will probably move on to it. He's not going to. Wow. Yeah, I knew that one was going to cost me some soldiers, because that guy's pretty trash. Yep, we just took all their castles, so we won. I've never done that against the computer. In any... Never. I've had it done to me because I'm stupid. But... Alright. I guess we're bringing Shen Yi with us. This is the closest thing to not a sure thing that I've had this entire time. I have no idea how many troops they have. I'm not bringing in any heavy hitters. Sima Zhao should be good, but he's not in this game for some reason. This game in particular doesn't like any of the late big hitters. Well, hey, I got movement of 5. We got some decently trained troops. But it looks like they're all in the bottom city, which means I either go through the top gate or I go all the way around. And I think we're going to go with top gate, which means we're going to have to go through 2 gates. But I think that's going to be quicker than running all over the place. If I were defending this city and I wanted to waste a bunch of time, whichever gate they went to, I would flee that side of the castle and go to the other one. We should still be able to win this one pretty handily. They don't have anybody particularly good here either. Historically, Zhao Guang is Zhao Yun's son, Zhao Yun being one of the 5 tiger generals of Shu. And the only thing he's known for is guarding his father's grave. Like, he's literally... they were like, hey, this guy sounds good. Let's make him in the game. None of Zhao Yun's kids did anything historically. So that's... But he's a general. Being able to reach the general or advisor status in this game is pretty important too. Because you have to have a general or advisor in charge of a city to control it directly. I could try to scale the wall now. Could possibly save a very small amount of time. But, nah. Guan Suo actually did some things in history, but this game doesn't like him that much. Zhao Tong, again, nothing. Ripping apart what's left of him. Yikes. I hope I captured some troops, or else I might not be able to just march down and take the next one. Because I lost a decent bit. Like I said, that was probably the closest battle I had in a while. Yeah, none of these guys are going to want to join me because they're all blood related. Alright. You know what, there's no point in me messing around with him anymore either. He's just way too far away to do anything. Kind of the same thing with these guys, but I feel committed. Oh, I thought CME was going to take over. I guess not. Alright, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 by 6. Okay. I usually put double the amount of troops on the top guy as everybody else, and then have one person kind of do the leftovers. Alright, so now we're attacking Chengdu, which is the shoe capital. Which sounds kind of funny to say. It's a shoe capital. Like it's a shoe sensation, or a... Actually, I'm having trouble thinking of other shoe places. Alright. There's 10 cities left. The last one might literally be me on the last turn moving one guy to it because they haven't taken it. Another set of 2 walls. Yikes. Oh, wait. No. Nice. And they got Liu Chan here, who is a baby. He's even got terrible stats in this game, and this game gives people who do not deserve stats that they don't deserve. Yikes. So thankfully I start in the one side that lets me get in real quick. Even if it makes my movement pretty predictable that I can fall in. I don't want to go there. Oh my gosh, he's lost 4,000 troops. Well, I guess they had me figured out. So we have potentially 9 battles left. Although... Yeah. You know, one way I thought about framing a speedrun of this game would be by, like, what year you beat it in, because I think that'd be a pretty legitimate way of doing it. I'm not doing it that way because this isn't super painful. But I can say I'm probably over halfway done. I don't think we'll nick 2 hours. Just because some of these battles are going to be like this one, where we have to do something obnoxious. I kind of got my way there, but I think it'll be fine. Not that I really want CME running forward. He's got the most troops. Yikes. Well, most of those units are going to be pretty weak then. It's just, I'm going to hear a whole lot of as I get shot to pieces. Zhang Wei just challenged Sima Yi to a duel. That's great. That's the sort of thing you could have seen happening too. How much those two didn't really get along so much. I'm kind of holding myself back from going pure, you know, lecture mode about everybody who did something or another in these games. Assuming nobody knows anything about it. Because I do know a ton about the history of this time. College classes, a bunch of personal research, etc. He's on my spot. Alright, Zhang Wei is gone. Now we're just going to completely surround him, which should mean that we capture him. And, you know, kiss him bye. Alright, and so we will also kill Liu Chan just because it's the thing we're gonna do. We're just gonna start killing everybody. If they can't join us, they die. Oh, I kinda like Shanglong too. Look at that. Turd. Yeah, I expected Zhang Wei to take over. I can't attack. I can't attack because I'll vacate the entire city. That's a thing. Oh, you know, I could attack the battlefield. I didn't even think about that. Alright, Chaisang, Huaji, Yong'an, Chengdu. So 4 cities that turn. You know what? I'm not even going to worry about him anymore. Unless he's here. Is he here? No. We're just going to forget about him too. Yep. Let's go ahead and... Okay, well, we're going to attack this if we can. So I vacated the city, but I'm pretty sure he can't retreat to it. and take it back, because that was a worry I had, but I don't think that works in this. So those are our super duper ships, and here are actual fast ships. Yeah, I would hide too. Naval battle is really weird in this game. Luckily, I found ships. If I had to do this myself, it'd be a problem. Because ships are really expensive and they take forever to build. The game does a very bad job of figuring this out, I think. Now we get to listen to some cool naval music that you don't normally get to hear. Sending one wide just in case they try to hide flank. Yeah, it looks like they're going a little bit wide. I was hoping the other guy was just kind of hiding behind, but I guess he's not. Oh, he's went up there. Also of note is that I didn't bother looking to see if any of my people have good naval skills. So I might not be able to do a whole lot of simultaneous attacks in this battle. Alright. So hopefully I got my city back and they didn't somehow take it by retreating to it, which... Yep, okay, good. And I recruited Lu Xun. I didn't think I could do that. That's cool. Waji is going to do nothing. I need to delegate it so I don't have to worry about it anymore. Yeah, I need to fix this. More like that. So they're not gonna do anything particular today. I guess I'll just train the other two. Let's move everybody down here. I might need the sort of people that I can get out of this. Seven, 5. I left Sima Yi there because I needed some troops so they didn't just take the city real quick. What are you doing, Aaron? I can't seem to click the right things. Plus, the next battle is going to be harder than this battle. I can't remember if it's 7 or 5 to cross the river. I'm pretty sure it's 7. But it's going to be quicker for them to do that and then run all the way around. I think. Yeah, it's going to be slightly quicker. This is going to be one of the longer battles, just because of how this is going to be set up. I might break down the gate by the time they show up. Loud crashes. Okay, so this hasn't been too bad. Oh, great. I say that and then he gets hurt. Which isn't, again, a huge thing, but it's annoying. It'll slow it down a little bit. Meng Huo. Oh my gosh. Meng Huo is good. And Wuxi is just generic, so this is great. So this could go very poorly. Oh. Back before you had any sort of control over duels. So, run away! Uh-oh. Alright, we got away. Oh, you know what, we'll just stay there. Poor Xiaohe's just gonna have to run around and probably never get to attack. That's okay. He doesn't really need to do much. Yeah, I'm not doing as much damage as I would like, and I'm probably taking a lot more too. Nope, that was good. Okay, and 38 is done. That means there's 8 more cities, but probably only 7 more battles. Well, no. There's no way that they're not going to, Okay, here we go. This is what we need to do. We need to move a bunch of random people over here. Here, you can have all that stuff too. And all these ships. There you go. And I'll move Zhang Yan over here with everybody else I can. That way we won't have any more turns where we just can't do anything. Alright. Nope. There we go. Okay, so we pretty much got it down now to only a few battles left. Poor Zhang Lu's just gonna be trailing the whole time. 5, 4, 3, 2. Oop. There we go. Okay. Is it just the one guy? Oh gosh. That last guy is gonna have a while to get there because he's gonna have to go around some stuff. Or you know what? We'll do it this way. We'll make it easier on you, Zhenglu. Okay. He managed to get one attack in. City 39 is down. Sun Yu is history. Only 2 cities gain this turn. Yang Fu died. Oh no. I completely forgot to do something that I see now. There's nobody in the city of Jiling, but thankfully I have somebody here who can help that situation, just chilling. That can help that too. Alright, I think that's... no. This will save about 10 seconds. Good enough. Nope. Just in case I need to move some more people, we'll just keep our generals shoving guys up there. Can't believe I forgot to move anybody to Xiling. It's literally just an empty city sitting up there. Dumb. I'm doing it so quick I'm not paying attention to where I'm moving. That's okay, it's a big deal. I keep saying that's okay. So I keep being critical of myself unnecessarily. Jushu, also known as the big fatty guy from Dynasty Warriors. Absolutely amazing in this game. Because they don't know how to really differentiate well between duelists and generals. Alright. We're gonna go for the full flank. That guy retreats while I'm completely surrounded. And he did. Yeah, we're not gonna make 2 hours. These battles are still taking too long. Living room is your stream studio. You get a custom light up sign that says on air and then small lettering under that. Shut up. That would be great. Oh gosh. Yeah, I gotta kill. Oh, Sundang is also dead. Sun Shao takes over. Okay. This is a weird move. I live by myself, so I don't really have to worry too much about that. Also forgot to do that. This is probably the weakest setup I've had in a while. I'm counting on them not being too strong, but who knows? Yeah, it doesn't look like it's much in my favor at the moment. But the reinforcements will come from the left, so I might as well just move over there. Okay, now we're winning. Not by a lot. My weird decision on horse units. Picking the second one instead of the first. There we go. Oh, they're all gonna beat CME to the door. How about that? Although, it might be worth it to not do that. Yeah. Because they got less troops. I don't know if one extra attack's going to help a whole lot. And it's going to cause a headache later. Should have had him go the other way, actually. Oh well. It's one of the weird things about this game. You gotta kind of keep your troops... I didn't mean to... Alright. Much like with the Quaji battle, this is going to be a probably attack everyone sort of scenario. Now, on second thought, that didn't really make sense there either. I thought that, but then it winds up that they don't usually rearrange the troops that much, so it's very likely that Zhang Wei, the ruler, has very few troops. But if they're going to surround me, I guess I don't have much of a choice but to go through whoever they throw in my path. Because, I mean, he was in a battle fairly recently. Like, maybe a turn ago. Liao Hua. I think he's the only guy historically that like makes it through the entire game, basically. Put it in kind of a weird way. He makes the entire rise and fall of Shu. No. This battle isn't going the best. That should change pretty quick. Alright, Meng Huo's gone. Yeah, they don't count the person on fire when they do that, thankfully. It's a nice simile there. I guess we're just gonna wait. There we go, rain. I wouldn't have known their names, so I thank you for pointing that out. I probably should. I've seen, you know, enough Muppet stuff. You know, when the Muppet Show came on TV like 5 or 6 years ago, I was super excited for that. And then, you know, the first half of the season was okay, and the second half I thought got a ton better. But I guess it was too late. Yeah, I think my initial strategy of taking out all their units would have been better. This guy's... Battle will continue next month. Okay. Well, let's see if we can finish these guys off over here. There are no reinforcements. Ugh. Another two-gate city. But I guess this is another one that historically was a pretty important battle. Oh, wait, no, this is Zhang Zhao. I was thinking of Yong'an. Oh, it's Zhang Wan, not Zhang Wei. Okay. This could also be close. It also could take a whole nother turn. We'll see. It's going to have to be unit by unit. That's probably the best way to win this. To leverage my advantage. and hitting them 3-on-1. This would have been different if I could have got those units from the north over here quicker. I made a mistake and forgot to move them in one turn. Or, that's not exactly right, but yeah, it was a mistake nonetheless. This is also like my weakest general grouping here. Excuse me. Alright. Now hopefully I can actually do that. Whoops. Alright. Nope. Nope. Okay, come on. How many... I guess he got tired of saying no, but look at that. Just hopefully he doesn't get like a crit attack or something. I mean, theoretically could win this, but I don't think we're going to. That was what I didn't want to have happen. And he didn't retreat. We could lose this because of that. It wouldn't take much to lose this battle, and that might have done it. I'm actually starting to wonder if their leader has anything in particular going on there. These units seem a lot hardier than they should. Plus he's got a bow unit, which generally if they have specialty stuff, like bows and horses, they're not very big. Heck, we're gonna count on that scenario. Except I'm not gonna do a simultaneous attacks quite yet. I'm gonna go on the better defensive terrain behind him. Yeah, I don't think we're gonna win this one. Yep. That one continues the next month too. Oh, he can't do anything because he's injured. I think I just left them 0 food. Let's see. Okay. Good, I did move somebody here because I had to do that. I don't control that battlefield. Shoot. And I'm not going to because... Unless I don't send him to battle. That's a possibility. There we go. These last few ones are being a bit of a pain, and another battle with the stupid extra large gates. What am I doing? Having some trouble selecting the things. Fan is another character that's in every single scenario in this game. He didn't actually live that long, he just happens to be in all of them. I think Zhang Lu is the same way. Can't remember. No, he's not in Han Zhong in the first scenario, that's right. We're not gonna go out of order on the doors. It'll cause problems. There we are. Okay, we haven't taken a city in a while because we keep losing or tying these battles. We'll win the one in Jiangning for sure. The one in Yong'an is Jingzhou is a huge question mark. More than likely a no. I'm gonna start like running away with my armies that are there. Okay, just the one guy. I was a little nervous. And... ouch. Hands cramping up. Got... alright. Okay, there's another one down. Man, if I do this again... I think I just needed to do like one more guy over to Shenyang. That's all we really needed. Now we move when pinned this way. There we go. Cares about that stuff. Now I need to remember to appoint him in charge of that city. Can't do anything here. Can't do anything here. Nope, I think we're good everywhere except for, oh, here. You know, it's not even worth it. Our massive army of horses. Just in case I need to move somebody else south somewhere. Oh gosh, swamp. I forgot. Swamp. 5 movement it takes up. Actually, completely legitimately forgot about it because it appears so rarely. Okay. Did that wrong. Now it's time to break down this gate too. To my knowledge, I don't think horse units actually do more damage. They might, but if they do, it's not enough that I've really ever noticed. Oh, whoops. Plus, I don't think it lets me put horse units on the walls. There's probably an argument to be made that that is something that could happen historically. I know they had, like, mechanisms that could do that, but I'm okay if it doesn't exist. Alright, that one was quick. This next battle could be pretty difficult, though. Oh wait, they didn't, that's because I thought they all retreated and actually got away. They didn't. Yeah, we can use those troops. 5, so... 12. There we go. Just enough horses. Nope. So you'll notice if you counted, which I don't think you would, I'm actually one ahead on my city count on my split, but it's because I forgot to take a Jiling, which I never counted, because it's a free city. Just have to actually move somebody there, which I didn't do. Okay. We're still doing okay. 2.5 hours was what I was really hoping for, but I don't think we're gonna make that. And the last one we won't hit until we get the "You've conquered the whole land" message, which I don't remember what that looks like because it's been a long time since I've done it. And honestly, this will be like the 3rd or 4th time I've ever legitimately beat the game. Which this is legitimate, even though it seems a little cheap, but it's a scenario the game sets up. If you see my Rise of the Phoenix speedrun, you would kind of get an idea of what that means. Because that one is ultra fast. But there's literally a scenario where you start with the one ruler completely surrounded, and all you have to do is win the battle. And it's not one of the harder battles to win. The last battle is going to be fun because the computer is going to have no food. So yeah. Probably would have been quicker just to leave Zhang Lu sit and be unable to attack. Okay, well, Sun Shao is now going to be gone too. So the only two battles we have left are the extended battles and the one here on the bottom. I said 2, I meant 3. No. Sun Shao is now gone. And Zhang Xiu, who's not his real name. He can't do anything because he's injured. I don't need them to do anything. The pauses are because the AI is thinking, so I have all these cities with delegated spots. There we go. And we took care of that city we forgot about. Nothing we can do here. Nothing we can do here. Jiangzhou, which I will get reinforcements, so my best strategy is to hide. But I'm kind of on the wrong side because I made a dubious decision to do that. Yeah, I have 890 troops. I'm hoping they'll just take the bait and do that, yeah. 820 troops. My horse unit will be able to show up pretty quick. But if Cheng Pun, who is leading my forces, dies, I will lose the battle just as well. So, and also if Shima Zhao goes down, they'll start attacking. They'll go around him, so I probably shouldn't do that either. Ha! And now we just brought in a heavy hitter. They actually made a mistake by moving the guy the way they did. Of course, Wen Pin is a dummy, so he's probably going to get set on fire a lot, but he's also going to be soloing this battle here in a minute. Because I'm out of here. Alright, Hubao's gone. Yeah. I'm kind of lucky I solved this, because otherwise, I get it. You don't like being on fire. It's okay. Nobody does. I hope. Huo Jun is gone. By the way, not moving while you're on fire is a really, really, really bad idea. Because your unit, I believe, just instantly gets destroyed. You can completely surround somebody in fire and give them no option but to retreat. Or else they die. Like, I think the character literally dies. And the unit just disappears. He's almost gone. He moved out of the castle because it caught on fire. Okay, so we saved that one. That was gonna be stupid, and we pulled it out. And now Jianning, the second to last battle. We still got one more after this. Which we should be able to win. There we go. Yep. There goes City 45, and now we have one battle left. One singular thing to do. Look at all these guys that we managed to recruit here. And sorry, Zhang Wei, who is obscenely good in this game. Gone. Might still make it in 2.5, actually. This last battle is going to be hilarious. Horses. Nope. Whatever troops they have won't matter because they're going to have 500 food. Because when you retreat, you don't take your food with you. If you retreat into an empty cities have 500 food. So that's all we got. So they're going to start charging us. Because once they run out of food, I think they have like a little bit till the morale collapses. It might honestly be quickest for me just to tap B here and let them completely collapse on their own, but let's not put that much thought into it. Their units are very weak too, so... Goodbye. Kinda thought that was gonna happen. No more fooying. Yeah, I can't run out of food now because I've killed too many of their troops. They don't have enough food left. And that's it. So, I don't know when this message is going to appear, so my finger's just going to be sitting over it. I might have to end my turn. I definitely have to deal with the troops. Sorry, guy. There we go. 2 hours, 27 minutes, and 52 seconds.